Good afternoon, everybody. Oh, nope, not there. I already shared it there. Nope, not there. That one. There we go. Good afternoon. Good morning to some and good evening to the rest, depending on where you live and what you consider morning. It's true. All right. Hi, Amber. It's good to see you. Amber got a new moped. She did. She's going for some cost efficiency getting around there. Now, didn't you say you bought it because it was one just like your dad's? No, he said that's kind of cool. My wife's like that too. She likes things for remembrance. I do that too. I have little things around that people give me. You know, it's all on my desk. Just reminds me, man, that you write down to these bubbles. People give a shit. It's kind of cool. Um, but I put these things here to remind me what I do because my brain sometimes it just plain fucking forgets. It's like, okay, we're gonna go off on our new way. Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. It does. I'm a little jealous, but I don't know if I would actually go out and get on it. I would. All right. Welcome to Daily Trudge. I don't have a reading. There's no reading today. This was just something on my mind. If you're here, please say hello. Whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. I was right at the 3 minute mark, man. Bam! I'm on cue today. It's just a good day. After the last week, yeah, it's a good day. Do you? Yeah. You know what? Just wait till like 8, 9 o'clock when it's cooler. Go to your 7 o'clock meeting. Um, I'm going to be at Billy Joel. That's right. I'm actually excited to go to a concert. Yeah. So my wife the other day, she was saying, if you don't want to go, I get it because I was on my med shit is what she was talking about. And I said, there is nothing I want more in this world than to go to that concert with you. Right. And it's because she's going. That's why I want to go. I've seen Billy Joel 7 million times, you know, right? Our house is nice and cool too, right? Yeah, I've seen Billy Joel more than I've seen anybody else. Um, you'd be surprised who comes in second. Billy Joel is one of my favorite artists. I love Billy Joel. Probably the only person left in this world that I'd like to meet. So thank you. I'm going to enjoy the fuck out of it. You know what I'm going to do? I ain't going to worry about nothing. I don't worry about nothing. All right, let's get to it. So, you know, this is a tough one. Okay, and it's not fun to talk about, but it is a good realization. And we need these realizations. Okay. I drank and lied and manipulated for a very long time. Okay. I was the little boy that cried wolf. I promised I did that. I meant it. You meant it too. You did. Remember more about alcoholism. We list all the different ways, and especially that page 21 drunk. We change of scenery, change of brand. We think all these things are going to help. And it makes sense that these things would help, right? Even other people suggest them to us, um, and things like that. So, um, so people are going to be different, right? People, some people they're just different, right? And for us to be able to win back these relationships, to heal these relationships, to end generational curses, definitely. then we have to be something worth having. And you are. Now I got to act that way. All right. Now, does having a good attitude help? Yes, it helps. Okay. But there's something, and I see this quite a lot. It's called toxic positivity. Yes, that's what it's called. It means when you only use positiveness for the program. It's that is not how life works. You know, I see a lot of people on Facebook, and they're like, and every post is, look where I'm at and look what I'm doing. I'm like, and I know life isn't like that. So why are you living that lie? You cannot. If you if you put on a mask, you become that fake person. And after a while, you do it enough, it becomes a part of who you are. And that's what happened to me. How did this start out? How did it start out? It started out with, you're an alcoholic. That's how this all started. They didn't ask me. They told me. Okay. Amber knows how this goes. Fucking tough love bullshit. I am not a fan of tough love. Nope. No, 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 no. No, don't worry about it, Ingrid. Don't worry about it. I'm glad you're here. No. You know what? We all got stuff going on, man. We do. I am not the top priority. The kids are the top priority. It's summertime. I get that. People get here when they can. Not only that, but I've been trying to do it at times where I know you're more available. I do that. See, it's all relationships are give and take, and I try and do that all the best to the best of my ability. I really do. I fuck it up every now and again. I do. Okay. So I do this a lot with young men because they're usually not in a relationship. Even if they are in a relationship, let's say they're married, this still applies. This still applies. Okay. So if you're married, the best way to do it is living amends. That's the best way to get started. Shut your damn mouth. Okay. And please stop making amends before your sponsees tell you. You will go out and drink if you do that. Okay. I just had 2 sponsees do that. I heard them say it in meetings, and then I didn't hear from them again. And I'm sad about that. So I have to remember to bring that up. Okay. You do an amends wrong, and it can be for life, man. I'm not kidding. It is, it is not for me to continue to interrupt other people's lives, man. That is not my fucking job. I used to think it was, but it was very intrusive. No, I couldn't do that. I had to take a look at a lot of things. You think my voice is loud now? I'm I I'm gonna give you my regular level. This is my regular level. I tone it down because people would tell me, and it used to just piss me the fuck off. They're like, "It isn't what you say; it's how you're saying it." I'm saying it however the fuck I want to say it. How you take it's your fucking problem. See that? They asked me to make a change, and I gaslit them. That's exactly what that is. Oh, you're crazy. You need to work on you. No, Dion, your voice is loud, and you're inside. Okay, I had to find my inside voice. Yeah. Because otherwise, it would just be this. But when I bring it down, I sound more approachable. Isn't that kind of what we're going for? I want to be approachable. I want people to be, I talk about this with my sponsors. They're like, well, you always say in meetings you don't pick your sponsors. So I didn't want to ask you. I'm like, God, that's lame. Do it anyway. I get it. You know what? Strike that. That's rude. That was rude. I'm sorry. So I spent all this time being somebody I wasn't. And unfortunately, these bad things attached because I utilized them so much that they tended to become a part of my makeup, a part of who I am. I became a reactive person, thinking I fucking knew everything in the world. Oh, I had an answer for everything, and it was usually wrong. Okay. I just wanted you to, I just needed you to know that I was fucking smarter than you. Okay. All my life, I was called stupid. Doctor diagnosed me as retarded once, put me in the special class. I was already bored. Okay. My not really my mom, but the man that raised me, he would call me stupid and why don't you try? And I would say I understand it. I get it. I don't see. I never felt like I had to prove that to you. Why would I have to prove that to you? I know it. There's more. See, people needed that. Well, yeah, but you got to do good in school and you got to get good grades. I don't got to do what? I don't got to do nothing. That has always been my attitude for as long as I can remember. I have always done whatever I wanted to do. Okay. The difference now is that I'm not destroying God's world. I'm not hurting people. Okay. If I can at least get to the point where I'm just not hurting people anymore, I've made a big step. Okay. But we're trying to reverse that. We're trying to get it to where we're helping people. Okay. These are the satisfactions in life that will make you not hate yourself. Okay. If you don't put some good satisfactions in your life, you're going to hate yourself for a very long time. Okay. This was one of the hardest things for me. How do you build self esteem? You do esteemable things. It was so forward. I thought I had to do this and do that and do that. What does that mean? It means doing the right thing, whether somebody's looking or not. It's integrity. It's integrity. Okay. Now, men, a few things. You must have integrity, my friend. Okay. You must be the man that says, if you come into my fucking house and you fuck with my family, I will kill you. Would you like a glass of water? Okay. That's a man. These are the rules. Come on in. You're welcome. Right? We love people. We love to help people out. Okay. But strong people have boundaries. And strong spiritually people have very, very strong boundaries. Now, you'll run into these people, and people tend to think that they're weak, but they are not. They are some of the strongest people in the world. They just don't say anything. They don't need to. They don't need to. And that's where I need to get to. That's where we're trying to kind of strive for, right? So, what is somebody worth having? That's going to vary, man. I don't know. It's going to be different for you than it is for me. I looked for different things in a mate than you did. Okay. See, I got lucky because I wanted to find somebody who fucking understood me. It turns out that she's beautiful too. I got lucky, and I met her when I was 17. And I knew right then and there. I fucking knew that was my girl. I was not grown up enough yet to have her. That was the problem. If her and I would have stayed together, I would have ruined that fucking relationship. I would have destroyed it. God didn't want that, right? God didn't want that. My wife would tell me, hey, I'm going to love you until you learn how to love yourself. Okay. And now that I do that, because she would tell me, I know the sober Dion. I know what he turns into. And she was right. She did know that person because she was around me when I got sober the first time. You think I do a lot now? I do nothing compared to when I was sober the first time. I'm not kidding. All fucking day. I had the energy. I was 18. Prevention groups. Fucking, I would go to 5 meetings, 5 AA meetings a day. And I would do my shit. 4 meetings. I counted wrong. I go to at least 4 meetings a day. One when I got up, one at noon, one at 5:30, and one at 7 o'clock. 3 of them were in the Phoenix concept, and then we go outside to an outside meeting. So when people are like, "Oh, I got 90 and 90," I'm like, in my first 90 days, I had like 500 meetings. It's not a competition. Okay. Skid Row alcoholics need that. They need that all day. They really do. So what else are we gonna do? Is it about money? I don't know. Okay. I am not financially stable. My wife is. Okay. I don't bring in the money, which I think is kind of divisional. I don't think that's fair because I do a lot. I do a lot. Well, because you know what? I'll give an example. Like before my kids moved in, I know they wondered what I did. But now that they live with me, oh, they know I'm not lazy. They're like, oh, people were wrong. Now, just because I don't go out and go to work and get get paid money and do 40 hours a week doesn't mean I don't have a job. I have a job. My job is to save people's lives. And it pays more than any amount of money you could ever offer me. I don't know how it works. I feel lucky. I'm telling you, I feel very fortunate that way. Because if I had to go do that and work every day, I'd blow my fucking head off. I would. I would kill myself. I wouldn't be able to do it. I can't. Okay. Dion has to do what Dion wants to do. Fortunately, Dion wants to do God's will, and there's our answer, right? There's one of our answers. Okay. Now, and thanks, and thanks. See, my brain's already still my. I just did it again. I combined 2 sentences there. All right, so I just need to take a second here. I just need to take a second. All right. What's another answer? So emotional sobriety is going to be huge. Emotional sobriety is going to be huge. Yeah. And that just means not utilizing other people for your own emotions or for who you are anymore. That's what that is, right? I had to grow up, okay? As a man or a woman, you got to grow up emotionally. Now, that doesn't mean don't be a Toys R Us kid. Have fun. Farts are always funny if you're a guy. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay. So I have to change. And how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to do that through the steps. Okay. But the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start helping. Not me, others. How am I going to do that? I'm going to clean the house. We got it's simple. This is what my sponsor told me. He said, Dion, I know you're full of shame. I know you're full of guilt. I know you want to walk in there and tell your wife how sorry you are. Don't do it. You will fuck it up. You'll fuck it up, Dion. You'll make things worse. Okay? He was right. He was being honest with me. Okay? He said instead what you're going to do is you're going to go in there and do the things that you were supposed to be doing all along, the dishes. Okay? You go clean that house. If you can't find something else to do, then you're going to go to your wife and you're going to ask her what needs to be done next. Then you're going to thank her for it. When you are done, you are not going to look for compliments or anything else. Dion, we don't get a congratulations for taking the trash out. That's not how life works. And I understood that point. I got it. I understood. I wanted people to thank me for doing what I was supposed to be doing. Manipulation. And if I didn't get that, well, then fine, I just won't do it. If I'm not going to get any recognition, well, then I just, people are ungrateful. And see how it can bring me right on back. When it really isn't the case. It's just that a lot of people out there are going through their own fucking things. Okay, there's a lot of people floundering, man. And if you can get to a point where you don't get offended by a lot of this stuff anymore, talk about me, or let's not offended but easily triggered. There we go. We'll go with that. I'm not as easily triggered as I was. I am getting better at that. With boundaries, I've removed some people. Like post things that I'm just not ready to see yet, and that's fair. I think that's fair. I'm not mad at them. It's just the way it is. So what are some of the things that we're going to need to be? Well, number one, we're going to need to be trustworthy. That's going to be okay, because we're talking about other people here, not right. Because when I'm working with a young man, I say, you know what? You need to be somebody worth having. You get that, right? And we'll go into it. I have one young man, he understood it. And he became the person that he was supposed to be. And now he's dating a really nice girl. Somebody he would not have dated when he was drinking. Who was an Al-Anon before. What? See, I knew all this would happen. I didn't know when, I didn't know how, but I knew. Sure I did. Why? Because we're promised. And if you do what you're supposed to do, they come true. They come true. So trust. Okay. How are we going to do trust? Well, number one, that's going to take time. That's going to take time. And this one's the hard one. Because in AA, it moves really fast. But in the outside world, time is slow as fucking molasses. Okay? So in AA, yeah, we got our time and things like that. Outside of AA, there's nothing you can do. Well, that's not true. There is something you can do. Become a better person each day. Change. Become a better person. Okay? I'm at 8 years of sobriety, and I just now have been talking to my daughter. Now I see my grandkids all the time. I talk to my daughter almost every day now. Something different. And it's nice. These are my rewards for doing a good job. Okay? There wasn't anything more than I wanted in this world than to have my children and my grandchildren back. I could give fuck less about the rest of the family. I just wanted my kids and my grandkids back so that I could break the generational cycle. And I'm doing it. We're doing it. They've all caught on. They're smarter than me. That's so cool. There's nothing better than watching your children become better than you. It's cool. I'm giving them some leeway. I've been around for a while, right? So, what else? So trust, and trust is going to take time. Okay, give it some time. Try to think of some other things. Oh, relationships, all relationships, and you can finagle with the numbers if you want, but I've kind of gone through this, and you can never have more than 100%. Okay. And these numbers will vary. But in my relationship, I must give 50% of the time, and I must take 50% of the time. Especially when one person is an alcoholic who take, which is me, and one person who's a codependent that give. See? You don't appreciate me. You don't appreciate me. Because it's not being done the right way. And everybody feels unappreciated, right? Because if you give 100% of the time and this person's giving 100% of the time, nobody's taking, everybody will feel unappreciated. How do we do this? Okay, there's this thing called the love languages. Go learn them. Just look through them real quick. I'm telling you, it will help. It will help you see things a little differently. Oh, well, this person likes this love language. And it'll start to pop into your head. You'll be working with a person, they'll say something and be like, oh, this is their love language. If I do this, I bet I can bring. Why not? Why not use a love language to make somebody feel more comfortable and give them a better chance? Okay. This is a little off topic, and then I'll kind of end here. Okay. Everything you do gives you a percentage to making it for the day. Okay. Now, having a roof over your head. Can you get sober without having a roof over your head? Absolutely you can. But your odds go up by 30% if you do. Why not do it? Oh, because they might fail. Bullshit. Bullshit. That's your fear. And that's uncool. Don't do that to us. See, that's the difference between us and the normies. The decisions will be different. Well, he had a slip. He's got to go. No, he had a slip. We need to talk about it. He has to go. Fuck you. You need to go. That's what I would say. Like, you need to get the fuck out of here. You don't work well here. I've let employees out the door before. I told you I do what I want. That's why. All right. Do the work. The path is going to be different for you. I can't tell you exactly what's going to happen. If I did that, I'd be doing psychic readings. Okay. I'd be charging. I'd be making money. I'm not psychic, but I do know this. I have watched hundreds and thousands of alcoholics either make it or not make it because they wanted to do the work or refused to do the work. Okay. Now, once you do the work, it ain't over. That's what we call a good start. From there, you're going to get a daily reprieve. Before that, God was just kind of protecting your ass, but we're going to give it to you. Yeah. It was you and your daily reprieve who did that. God carried my ass the first 2 years, so I don't know what you're talking about, right? So, and then just be the best person that you can. I'm telling you, you change and you become a different person, and you're single. Okay, if you're in a relationship, don't go doing this. But do become a better person, right? I mean, so if you're single, what'll happen is the person that you need in your life will appear. If you are married, what will happen is eventually your spouse will start to change. They will start to follow your lead. That may take a little while, but that is usually what happens. Now, if you can get your spouse to maybe hit an Al-Anon meeting or two, that's cool, but don't fucking push it. Don't fucking push it. They're doing what they need to do. I don't tell, unless a normie comes to me, I'm sorry, unless a non-alcoholic comes to me, I don't really interfere. Anger, the dubious luxury of normal people, man. See, I'm a little different, so I have to think. Okay. Am I willing to help? I'll help anybody. I will. But not all my answers need to be alcoholism. Right. So, all right. Thank you both for being here. Two of my favorites. Just saying, there's nobody here to get jealous or anything. So, I don't know. There's no counter. There's still no counter. I love it. I have a time counter, but not a people counter. They just took it out. Good. I think that's a great idea. If something isn't working right, take it out. That means you're programmed too. All right. I love you. I'm hopped up right now. I love you. I'm feeling a lot better today. Okay. And it's Billy Joel Day. So, yeah. I haven't been excited about going to a concert in a long, long fucking time, man. It's fucking nice to just be excited about it. Kind of cool. I'm not nervous. No. My wife's got it all figured out. I'm just going to follow her lead. I love you. Peace out and have a day.